Romeo Beckham showed off yet another tattoo on Thursday evening, as he was pictured leaving the plush 22 Hotel in London. The Beckham boys have certainly followed in the footsteps of their dad Sir David, 50, when it comes to ink work. The former Manchester United star and his eldest, 26, have almost 200 between them, with Romeo, 22, racking up quite the array himself. He was back visiting certified letter boy, who has tattooed most of the Beckham clan over the years, recently adding a fairy to the patchwork on his left arm. The inkwork was visible as the model was snapped leaving the 22 Hotel, where a room typically costs more than £1,000 a night, in Mayfair on Thursday evening. He donned a casual look for the outing consisting of a grey tracksuit and a coordinated short-sleeve t-shirt, which displayed the many inkworks covering the star's arms. Romeo last visited the tattoo parlor as recently as the turn of the year, adding a winged cherub to his ankle. He showed off the tat while enjoying a sun-soaked getaway in Turks and Caicos with his then-girlfriend Kim Turnbull, 24, who actually joined him at the parlor, tattooing the numbers 62 foot and 75 to her arms. The couple have since split, however, after 7 months together, calling time on their relationship earlier this month after things fizzled out. Kim had stood loyally by Romeo's side throughout the rift, which brought Brooklyn and David apart earlier this year. The wannabe chef, 26, and his wife Nicola Peltz, 30, first sparked rumors of a feud after failing to attend Sir David's star-studded 50th birthday celebration in West London. Victoria was thought to have been heartbroken over the rift, with Brooklyn now casting himself as the wife guy, who does everything for his spouse. And Brooklyn's fallout with his family has actually affected his inkwork, with the self-proclaimed tattoo addict covering up a tat on his chest reading Mama's Boy. The small two-word inking has been layered at some point in the last year with a bunch of flowers, seemingly another tattoo tribute to his wife Nicola, of which he already has more than 70. His Nicola-inspired tattoos include a portrait of her on his upper arm and her eyes tattooed on the back of his neck, as well as her name. Brooklyn, too, has both of the couple's names scrawled across his stomach, after taking her surname when they married. Meanwhile, Romeo has taken a huge amount of inspiration from his father when it comes to his ink work. Many of the 22-year-old's tattoos are similarly angelic and religion-inspired, with the star boasting a stone angel statue covering the length of his forearm and 2 cherubs appearing to ride on some sort of mythical animal on the other arm. He also has a Jesus cross tattoo featuring a pair of angel wings on the back of his neck, which appears to be inspired by his father, who has a very similar inking in the exact same spot. Romeo copied David again by getting the same quote as the footballing legend inked across his upper arm, from American pastor Joel Osteen's book. It reads, "I declare I have the grace I need for today. I am full of power, strength, and determination. Nothing I face will be too much for me. I will overcome every obstacle, outlast every challenge, and come through every difficulty better off than I was before. This is my declaration." Romeo's other tattoos include a large dove on his wrist along with the words "Lead with Love," "Freedom to Dream" across his ribs, and a lion and an eagle. Sir David first inked his body in 1999 after playing the first few years of his Manchester United career tattoo-free. However, he first caught the bug late in that decade, having supposedly been inspired by Spice Girl Mel B's then husband Jimmy Gulzar. His first ink work in 1999 commemorated Brooklyn's arrival into the world, with David tattooing his son's name to his lower back in a classic Gothic script. A flurry of inkwork followed, with David back at the studio a year later to have his iconic guardian angel inkwork drawn onto the back of his neck. The sweet idea behind the angel was that the guardian could be watching over Brooklyn's name further down the star's body in the same year. David pledged his devotion to wife Victoria with a tattoo of her name in Hindi script. Experts later pointed out the tribute, unfortunately, actually said Victoria. After the birth of their second son Romeo in 2002, David added his name above the guardian angel, which had been tweaked and given impressive wings. Shortly after his Romeo addition, the Inter Miami owner chose to get the number 7, which he wore at Manchester United, tattooed onto his inner arm in Roman numerals. In 2003, he got a Latin inking on left inner arm reading, "So that I love and cherish," and "spiritual perfection" onto his right. He later celebrated his move to Real Madrid by flying over his tattooist Louis Malloy to create the cross design on his back. More recently, David has moved away from his crowded arms to create works on his torso, including a religious scene depicting Jesus being carried by 3 cherubs, believed to represent him and his 3 sons. He also has a scene of a woman in a forest over the right-hand side of his chest, and in 2010, added an image of Jesus below his ribcage. The image is based on a painting called The Man of Sorrows by Catholic artist Matthew R. Brooks, and is believed to be another tribute to his grandfather Joe, who passed away aged 83 the year before. Speaking about how he chooses his designs, the iconic star has explained, "They're about the important people in my life, who I want to have with me always."